There she is.
What's going on?
Nothing much. How are you guys?
We are good. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, of course. I'm excited.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say hi. We love you guys
Hi.
and stuff, and we appreciate you having Liv on. I just wanted to introduce myself. Say hi.
Oh, thank you so much. We're so excited to talk to her. And you, if you want to be in it.
You need me, give me a wave, but we'll let Liv do it. So
Don't.
anyway.
You can't let him in. You have to just say no.
So what's a typical day for you right now? What does it look like?
I mean, the Thorns are like full training. Like everything's normal for us. So like we'll go to training every day. We do get tested a lot. Like for example, today I get tested at 1:30, so have to probably be done by 1 because we have to go get Q-tips stuck up our noses.
Yeah. Do you hate that? Because that was literally, and I am not exaggerating, one of the worst feelings that I've ever had.
It's pretty rough. Like we've had the deep one a couple times, like where you go all the way back to like the throat. But most of the time now they just do the ones where they like go like high up and it has to go to a certain point. And he like our athletic trainer takes it all seriously. He like holds your hand. He's like 1, 2, 3. Like, all right.
I swear to God, I felt that thing touch my brain, and I was like, he pulled it out. I was like, that is the worst thing ever. And then he's like, I gotta do the other one. I was like, no.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Well, that's just the life we live in right now. You have to get tested all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah. Even during the off season, they're gonna have like an off season testing. Like,
wow.
So
That's crazy. So you're getting tested, and then do you practice today too?
So no, today's an off day, but we get tested on the same days every week. So even if we were training, we just get tested after training. So we get tested every Monday and every Wednesday.
And how many days a week are you training?
Usually every day. I will always have like a specific 4-day build up to games, but like they'll still kind of have us come in every day and we'll have like lighter sessions, hard sessions, but yeah, usually every day.
Are you playing games right now?
Yeah, so we actually had a couple training games and everything like that, and we were playing like 90-minute games just like within our stuff before like they went to Utah, and then even after they came back, we played a couple more, and now we're playing the fall series games. So yeah, we played multiple training games, so that was nice to get some minutes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was it hard to adjust when everything like shut down like crazy? Was that like a weird time for you, or are you good at like kind of just putting your head down and training on your own?
Yeah, really that. Like, of course I wanted to just go back and be with the team, but like it was kind of nice to just take advantage because like it kind of kept getting pushed back. So I was like, okay, we just, trained every day and just kept working on stuff like, in the weight room or on the field and just everything I could possibly be doing to, keep myself busy while we weren't at the facility. So.
And you've been homeschooled for a while now, right? So that's
I've done it for the past couple of years now, just so I could like totally focus on playing instead of like worrying about going to school and stuff.
Yeah.
But you were so ahead of the game because now everyone's basically homeschooled.
Yeah. So it's like sisters and everything. So. Yeah,
so it wasn't really like a huge culture shock for you, at least. I mean, that's one.
No, literally, I just did the exact same thing. Yeah.
So when you're homeschooled, I'm so curious, like, do you set a time where you're like, okay, I'm going to do work from this time to this time? Like, do you have boundaries that you set for yourself to keep you on track?
I mean, I like try to, but honestly, I just try to get like a couple hours in every day, no matter like when it is, because training just changes so much. Like days go longer, they go shorter, but then I'll go train or like be in the weight room. So like, honestly, I just try to like give myself like, do it here. I have a 3-hour window and get as much done as I possibly can, but it's not the same time every day.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I feel like that's a better way of learning though, instead of like sitting all day.
Yeah.
It's like waking up and like, 8 a.m. start school, like dreading it the whole time. It's kind of just like I do it whenever I can. So it's almost like I'm forced into it and I go into it so fast that I don't even think about how sucky it's going to be. I'm just like, all right, I got this done. So I just.
That's awesome. And you don't have that fluff of in between the classes and like.
Yeah, none of that.
Yeah, that's nice. You don't have to ask for permission to go to the bathroom.
Oh my gosh, thank goodness.
Oh, that's the worst. So how long did you know you wanted to play professional? Like what age did that start for you?
I mean, literally at like 7 years old, I like told my dad or my parents, and I was just like, guys, I want to be the best player in the world. And then it was just like, whatever came next was like, just basically how can I accomplish that? How can I be in the most competitive environment every single day to just get closer to my goal, basically? So it started pretty young.
That's amazing.
What would you say are some of the most important like stepping stones that you've taken to kind of get you to where you are now?
I think like I said, like what every day just being like, all right, how can I get closer and how can I grow every single day? And just my mindset of like, what's the most competitive place that I can be in right now, whether that's playing, like multiple years up in Southern California with girls or playing with boys or, then going to Portland and competing with the Thorns every single day. It was always just like, if I'm in the most competitive environment that I'm going to grow as a player, and that's really just like, I think that's mostly what it was, is just keeping the same mindset every day. And that just helped me grow. So
That's awesome. And then how did you like, in terms of like training on your own, has that always been a big component of what you've done, or you think that the most growth you got was when you were training with others?
I think definitely both, but training on my own has been like part of just what I do every single day for like as long as I can remember. Like it's just a natural thing for me. Like after training, that's not the end of my day. Like I'm like, all right, when am I going to get my extra work? When am I going to go on a run? When am I going to lift? Like it's like totally just like second nature to me. Like if I only train once, I'm like, oh, I got to go get my extra work. Like it's just, no matter what, I'll do something else. Like having one training a day, like I don't think I've had that since I was like 6.
That's it.
Like there's always something else to do. So.
And you've made it a habit to the point where it literally feels weird if you only do one thing.
No, it literally does. It's definitely a habit. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that you do other than soccer that helps balance your life out so you don't ever, because like it's so easy to get burnt out. I know I feel that way sometimes. But do you do other things too throughout your day? Like do you read? Do you have other hobbies?
Like finding street, like for example, the Tim Grover book, Relentless, like stuff like that. Like I really enjoyed that. And I also really enjoy like cooking and like making my own meals and like focusing on like the off the field stuff. So yeah, so I really enjoy stuff like that. But honestly, like it's not really about like free time. Like I like to be busy all the time, focusing on things that'll just help me grow. It's like I don't even want to just be sitting around doing nothing, because I'm just like, well, I want to do something, so whether it's like training or in the weight room or cooking, like anything like that, it's all just about like getting better every single day.
What do you like to cook?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I have this meal right now. It's so on point. Like we have a lot of like leftovers a lot. So I'll just like grab brown rice or like chicken or ground turkey and then broccoli or zucchini, and I'll steam the vegetables first, and then I'll crisp up the rice in a pan, and then I'll like mix it all together and put buffalo sauce on it. Literally make it like, every single day. So good.
What's your favorite kind of buffalo sauce?
I like the red buffalo sauce. That's the only one I get from the store.
I love Frank's. I just made cauliflower with buffalo yesterday. It's just the best.
Oh yeah, buffalo
good.
cauliflower. I've made that a couple times for my family in the last couple of weeks, and like everybody will eat it. And my dad hates vegetables, and he'll still eat it.
You can hide it.
It's such a good way to get your veggies in. And funny enough, I just made buffalo chicken yesterday in my Instant Pot.
Yeah.
So we're just all team buffalo sauce.
Guys, have you ever had hot honey sauce?
Yes. So good.
Sounds so good.
It is
hot honey.
It is amazing. I'm going to send you the link to it because it is like nothing I have ever tasted before.
You put it on chicken, right?
Yeah, it has that like spicy buffalo-ness to it, but also like the sweetness of honey. Oh my God, it's so good. And I've only ever like one company.
Yeah, I would usually think like spicy and sweet stuff is like gross, but then you have like, I don't know, like spicy honey chicken or something like that. You're like,
yeah,
that
can't go wrong.
Amazing.
So on the topic of food, what do you like to eat before you train, and what's your go-to after you train?
Before I'm like one of those people who like to eat really early before I play. So I always like to eat like a good like 2-3 hours before I'm gonna like have a big training. So I'll eat maybe just what I just said, or like if it's more around breakfast, I'll have like oatmeal. I like that because it fills me up, but then it'll like digest pretty quickly, so I don't feel like heavy at all. And then afterwards, I really like protein shakes and protein bars. Like I like the flavor of them. So my favorite is Quest bars right now. Love those. So I'll usually just have one of those after training.
We one time ate, all three of us ate like so many Quest bars at once, and we all felt so sick.
That was good.
So good.
We thought so too. I was like, these Oreo flavored Quest bars are insane, and like
cookies and cream one is really good.
I don't think I went to the bathroom for a week. So much protein.
Do you have someone who helps you with your nutrition side of things, or do you kind of like do this research on your own? Because it sounds like you you make a point to eat healthy, which is great because like a lot of players don't realize how important your nutrition is for performance.
Yeah, for the longest time, it was just me just kind of like doing what I thought was best and trying to be healthy. But I actually do like work with a nutritionist now, and she's like really helped me just like with timing and even more specifically like what's best to fuel my body personally. So yeah, it's been great.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
Do you feel like a lot of your teammates have the same mindset as you, like just after training, that your day's not over? Or do you think that's just like specific to you?
I think most of the time it's pretty specific to me. Like afterwards, like, you know, I can just like even just hear people talking like, oh, you know, like go get food and everything. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go home before I shower and like go get my work in, you know, while I'm sweaty and stuff like that. So I think that's a pretty specific thing to me and has been for like a very long time. So
I have a question. Do you think that because you're younger and you haven't had as much experience as many years of training, do you think that it's that much more important for you to kind of do that accessory work almost just to like get yourself to the level of experience where some of these older players have had more years?
I think honestly the extra work, I don't really look at it like that. Like I don't think it's about them having more experience or having been playing longer. I just think that the extra work for me is like just increasing the speed that I'm getting there to like accomplish my goals, and instead of it going like slower, then it's just speeding it up. Like I'm just getting more and more every single day, and that's just getting me closer to where I want to be. So honestly, I just think it's speeding up my process, and it's not about like getting to where somebody else has been. Maybe a pro's been playing for, you know, 10 years or whatever. I just think it's personally like to me, and that's how I'm going to get better the fastest.
That's awesome.
Do you have any role models with that similar mindset, or do you have any role models in general with soccer?
Yeah, I mean, I have like soccer, male and female. Like I love, you know, I love just like the mindset of Cristiano Ronaldo and just how he's kind of like built himself into what he is, and just like, and then obviously like I love looking at players like Marta or Mia Hamm and like how they have, you know, just worked their way up, and especially like kind of creating a pathway. And obviously I'm trying to like continue that, but creating a pathway from it and starting to like start the conversations of how we should have the exact same opportunities that the men do, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely look at players like that.
Have you played or met Marta or Mia? I'm sure you have, right?
I have met Mia, and I actually know her pretty well. She's come over to my house a couple times, and I'd like to stay in contact with her. But I have never met Marta. But I'm sure I will soon, honestly, because I don't think she plans on retiring anytime soon. So
Yeah,
hopefully I'll get
awesome.
to play with her against her at some point, like in the future. So.
How cool would that be? I mean, that's got to be such a surreal thing.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I didn't think would be able to happen a couple years ago, and now hopefully, like, it could happen. So.
And yeah, you'll just Meg Marta, you know?
No problem.
No,
worries.
So I have a question. So a big thing that we've been focusing on has been like players that go on the field and they play with anxieties or certain stresses that kind of get in their headspace and keep them from playing as freely as they possibly can. And you seem like you have this awesome level of confidence to you already. How are some of the ways that you've dealt with things that have stressed you out, or do things not really stress you out ever? Is there anything that you do to remain calm and kind of like in your zone?
I honestly, like, I mean, I'm sure, like, I've definitely, like, maybe gotten nervous before, but I always kind of just say, like, I'll just go out compete the nerves. So, like, if I just step on, because honestly, like, for me, I feel like the safest place for me is on the field. Like, when I'm on the field, I am the least nervous that I'll ever be, because I'm just so comfortable and confident in what I've done to prepare myself to be there, that I'm just like, and even if I am nervous, I'll just be like, all right, I'm just going to go compete so hard that I forget about it. And that works really every time, because if I'm just like, if I'm sprinting around and doing, you know, everything I can to win the game and help my team and be my best, then like everything else naturally just comes, I think. So yeah, that's really just any point that I have if I'm nervous, is that just to go out compete.
I feel like every soccer player wants that mindset or wishes they could do that. I wish I could do that. That's awesome.
I was gonna say, are you a superhero or what? I don't think I've ever. She was like, maybe sometimes I get nervous. Like, I really look up to you in a sense. Like, that is so cool, and you have every right to be confident, and that's what like other players need to take from you. Like, you've done the work and you believe in yourself, and that's the biggest thing. And then you show up on the field and you're like, okay, I'm here to play and have fun.
Yeah.
Because I know I prepared to be here. So I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
And
really
it's
all I'm trying to do. All I want to do is play. So why would I be nervous about the thing that I love so much? You know, like that's
Oh my
all I want
gosh.
to do. So
I love it.
Do you have fun every time you play soccer?
yes, even if I'm losing, then I'm just like, all right, and then it's just like, all right, bring it on. You know, like let's do this thing. It just like makes me. It kind of just like puts more wood on the fire a little bit. It just
Yeah.
kind of like makes it bigger. All right.
I
So
love
yeah, I'm always happy when I'm playing.
Love it.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I mean, I wish I had your mindset growing up. So you're known for being like super tactical and stuff. Do people ever compare you to other professional athletes? In this,
Definitely know, like just maturity about like just what's going on in the field. Like definitely had them compare me to like men or women, just like professionals that are much older than me. And I like always take that as a big compliment because I do think one of my biggest strengths is just like my vision and like IQ on the field. Like I really like to watch soccer a lot, and I think that's just helped me grow in that area. So yeah, I definitely think that is an important piece for me.
Yeah, that's huge. Like a lot of people are always like, oh, what can I do to get better? Do you have a training suggestion? Do you have this? Do you have an app that I can follow? And sometimes the best thing you can do is literally put it on TV
Oh yeah,
and watch
absolutely.
it, because soccer IQ is a real thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I'll just be doing schoolwork and I'll have a game on in my room. Like I just love to be watching any game anytime, you know, men, women, every league, because it's so different everywhere in the world that there's so many different things that I can watch and grow. So yeah, I love watching.
Where's your favorite place you've ever played?
I think, I mean, I've played in both Paris and Lyon, and those were probably my favorites just to like experience that. But also like Germany was really cool to play in. But I love like getting to travel when I play because like I think that's really cool to be able to travel. And the best part is I don't even want to travel for vacation. I just want to travel for soccer. So I'm like, guys, this is vacation. So yeah.
That's awesome. Do you have any like music you listen to before games? Any like favorite pump up song or
Honestly,
artist?
like there's always somebody on the team who's like, you know, the designated music player, and I kind of just like it's always been pretty good in my opinion. So I just like to listen to whatever that they're playing because I went through a phase where I organized all my music and I had everything ready, and I kind of just like I've gotten to the point now where I've kind of grown out of what I had for so long. So I want to just like erase it and start over. But I like to just kind of listen to what's on in the locker room.
Nice.
Okay.
Do you meditate?
Oh, yes, I do. I'll just kind of like totally just relax my mind, anything, or I like to read during that time. So yeah, I do try to like fit in a little bit of that every day.
that's so important. Like it's definitely a missing piece for a lot of players. Like they don't think that's the mental side of things, but like just taking that time to just kind of like relax and give your mind a break must feel so nice, especially when like you're so committed and focused when you're playing. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Are there any apps, meditation apps you use, or do you?
I've used Headspace before. It was actually recommended to us by the national team, and I've tried that a couple times, and I really like that. So yeah, but other than that, I haven't really used many apps. I kind of just like I said, like I'll read or just kind of relax.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So overall, like, what are you hoping to achieve as a player in your future? Like, do you want to play a huge tournament? Yeah. Continue. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, I definitely have goals as a player. Like I said, like I want to be the best player in the world, and I want to be a great player for Portland. Like I want to play here for a long time, and like you know, be like a part of what they've built here as a Portland Thorn. I want to definitely represent our country and the national team, and obviously a goal within that is to win a World Cup and win an Olympics and stuff like that. So yeah, but I definitely have some big goals, and I think maybe at some point I would want to go to Europe and compete in a Champions League because obviously we don't have that here in the NWSL. So I think that would be really cool too because I love watching Champions League. Like that's one of the best things I could possibly watch. So obviously it would be really cool to compete and win one of those. So.
Any favorite teams in the Champions League?
Barca has been my team for so long, and now I'm just so sad because I almost felt bad that Messi couldn't leave. I was like, I kind of just wanted him to be able to go. But I do love Man City and I love Pep Guardiola, but I also love Liverpool. I know rivals, but
I was
love
gonna
both of those.
say.
I was like, but yeah, I love both their managers, both their teams. Kevin De Bruyne is also one of my favorite players, so love watching him play too.
Yeah, that would be
Love
awesome
that.
to play in a Champions League one day.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
We know we're gonna see you achieve all of these goals.
Thank you.
What is
Is that-
something? Oh, what were we gonna
Oh,
say?
go
Shay?
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, what is something that you are most proud of yourself for?
I think probably I don't even know if I've ever really looked at it like that because I just feel like I'm like not like at where I want to be yet. So I'm still in the process of growing and like accomplishing my goals. So it's not even like I've looked at it like I've accomplished anything yet. It's really just all these little stepping stones to the big and the main goals. So I mean, I'm probably just proud of myself for like continuing to love it so much and doing everything I can to be the best every single day. But other than that, it's still just like I'm still just right in the middle or right at the beginning of where I want to be. So I'm just trying to continue to grow every single day.
Yes, that is very good. But I do think that when you are in such a relentless pursuit of big goals, it's important to stop and to be like, damn, I am proud of myself for even sticking with it at the same pace or being as consistent as you are with your training and with your scheduling, because all of that stuff is things that I guess when you're right in the middle of it, it's just part of your everyday. But from the outside, everyone's like, damn, I'm like, that's impressive. That's something to be proud of too. So you gotta pat yourself on the back,
Yeah.
It sounds like your parents and your family are very supportive of everything that you're doing. Do you have any advice for other parents of players? Because we have a lot of parents who listen. Like, how can they best support their young daughters?
Yeah, you said that great. Like, my family has been so supportive of everything I've done for so long, whether it was like 2-hour car drives to practices 4 times a week and then games, and it was just like they were there and they wanted to be there for everything that I had. I never missed anything and I never had to worry about that. I always just got to worry about the playing and they would worry about getting me there. And I think, like, honestly, it was just because I had set my goals and they were like, all right, anything we can do to help you get there, like, we're going to do that. So I think, like, basically, if your kid has goals, like, if you can do anything to help them, and obviously they want to dictate a lot of it, like, hey, like, can you get me to practice, and you want them to be asking you, but like, yeah, like, my parents have gotten me everywhere I've needed to be, and that's probably been the biggest help that I could possibly ask for. So
it's a lot of miles on the car, isn't it?
oh yeah definitely.
When I think of how many hours that I made my parents sit in the car for me, like or sit on the side of the field, it's really, if anyone ever tallied that up, I would love to see like the lifetime.
Yeah, that would be so
spent
much
for a parent.
It's basically a parent's job. Sorry, and it's crazy because it does take up so much time for them. So it's like you got to give them a hug and thank them every day.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
Yeah. So do you guys want to do like a quick little rapid fire to wrap this up?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start. Who's your favorite player that you've ever played against?
Probably Tobin Heath or Lindsey Horan. They're people I looked up to for a long time, and when I got to start training with them every day with the Thorns, it was like really exciting for me.
So cool.
Do you have a favorite moment on the soccer field?
Probably when I first put a U.S. soccer jersey on to like compete in a friendly or in CONCACAF qualifying. That was like, it was crazy, like, to step out on the field. And I was wearing number 10 too, which is a number that I've loved for so long because I love Messi, so that was a really cool moment for me.
That's awesome.
What's your favorite cleat?
Mercurials. They've been my favorite for at least a good like 2 years now, especially since they changed them, because the old ones used to give me blisters in the back, but the new versions, like, I love wearing the Superflies. Those are my favorite shoe.
Nice. Are you a bright colored cleat person or a subtle color?
Yes, I have loved like white and bright colors. I feel like, because I swear one time my dad told me, they're like, you look quicker in bright cleats. So I was like, all right, done. So I always like the bright pairs. Yeah.
All right. So who's a favorite player that you played with, like, on your team?
I mean, like, obviously, I think probably, like I said, like Tobin or Lindsay or Christine Sinclair, like playing with people that have had that much experience and like being on the same field with them, playing with and against them has just been great, and it's helped me grow a lot in the past 2 years. So that's been like a really big thing for me. Yeah.
Favorite movie?
Oh, that's a hard one. Oh, what did I just watch? There's been some really good document, like the Maradona documentary I thought was like really interesting, and I like seeing documentaries about like the soccer stuff, but also like their life off the field and like what they're doing. So that was a really good movie. But if we're talking like non-sports movie, I don't even know.
Come on, first one that comes to mind.
Are you a
Love.
comedy? Do you like a lot of comedy, or are you like?
Oh, I love funny movies.
Okay.
There was this movie called Tag, and it was about this like group of friends who've been playing the same game. Oh, I watched it on a plane for the first time, and I was really trying to like contain my laughter.
I was crying in that movie.
Like, looking at me. So
I feel like all emotions are heightened on planes. Like you always cry in
100%
movies. You always try not to laugh.
all of that stuff. Actually, that's so true, because I'm not really like, I kind of just don't get emotional during movies. I'll just watch. I mean, unless a dog dies. I think everybody
Yeah.
dies with a dog.
Yeah.
But like, I don't really get emotional about movies. But yeah, I was dying laughing, and then there was this one movie I was watching, and I started crying.
Yeah,
And I
the
was like,
plane
bro.
hysteria is real.
Yeah.
It really is.
What's your favorite cheat meal?
I had a Blizzard for the first time on my birthday a couple weeks ago, and I got just a little beef bar Blizzard with caramel in it, and it was probably the best thing I've literally ever had.
Wow, that sounds really good.
It sounds special.
I don't think I've ever had a Blizzard.
That's Dairy Queen, right?
Yeah.
Fire.
All right, and what's your biggest soccer girl problem?
Alana, wait, I want to add to that. What's your biggest funny soccer problem and serious soccer problem?
Okay, deal.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I have a serious problem with referees. I've like almost gotten into fights with referees.
Oh, all right.
So bad. I just feel like they don't know what they're doing all the time. I'm like, what is going on? So that's, I guess, serious and funny, because like because I think everybody has a problem with referees, but like it's a serious problem when you're on the field. You're like, all right, this is not okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really think there is. I mean, I'm like super OCD about like left sock, right sock, left shoe, left shin guard, right shin guard, and I do it the same in every single game.
Is that the order that you have?
Yeah.
We posted about this once, and we were like, say the order that you put them in. Then first off, there's like 70 different combinations.
Yeah.
People do all different orders. I can't even, sometimes people do the entire right leg and then the entire left leg. Like,
yeah, I like to go left, right, left, right, left, right.
So you go sock, cleat, shin guard, shin guard?
Yeah. And I don't even put my shin guards until after warm up too. I put them in like right before. Yeah.
I always put the shin guards on right away. And now I think I have to change it.
Yeah, same thing with the Thorns. Like some people put them in before, some people like them after. Some people wear 2 socks and then they cut sleeves over, and then some people just wear the game socks. So I like to wear the game socks though, because I just don't want all the extra layers and stuff. But yeah.
Nice. And what's a piece of advice you would give other lady ballers who want to do what you're doing and someday play professional and similar path as you?
I really think like the best thing I could tell anybody is just to set a goal and know exactly what you want to achieve in any sport. This could be in anything, or just in life, you know, with a job or a business. Is just to set a goal and know what you want and just to attack it every single day. I think that's the best advice I could give anybody.
That's great advice.
Awesome.
It really is great. Sorry, I was going to say, just getting clear on what you want is a rare thing. So it's just so true. So thank you for that. Good luck with everything, and you're going to crush it. We love seeing your journey.
I was going to say, thanks for just being a baller, because I think a lot of people are absolutely inspired by kind of your relentless attitude. So it's an awesome example to set.